Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Dewan HODLs. It is Saturday morning, so I just got back from a quick walk. I got my cane here. You know what I'm saying? This it's almost as tall as me. I found this along the way. Man, I'll tell you, one of the most peaceful things you could ever do. Get up before everybody else. Hopefully the day doesn't have a cloud in the sky, and just take the time to reflect on some of the things you've been through and the things that you are about to go through. Anticipate and plan. That's really what it's, I think that's very clearing. I think that takes away any anxiety if you have any. Not to say that I do. But anyways, one of the things you should be planning, or in that you should have been doing and that you plan to do as well, is to stack sats. And that's basically, you should be thinking about how you protect your work energy, your life energy, put it into a monetary energy, such as what we accept today, fiat currency, and then convert it quickly into the hardest, scarcest asset that's been discovered in human existence, which is Bitcoin. Now, the reason I say convert it right away is because I believe that our energy is being dissipated rapidly. Life is becoming more finite, and therefore our energy is becoming more finite, because it's being stolen in many ways, in life form and in monetary form. So as it's dissipating constantly, I think Bitcoin is probably one of the last true things, if not probably the best opportunity to try to preserve whatever you can, while at the same time you can go out here and still conquer the world, knowing that you got your energy protected. So if you're looking to do that and stack sats, do it responsibly. Check out a peer-to-peer decentralized exchange to purchase, trade Bitcoin, such as HODL.com. The link's down in the description box below for HODL.com. All you need is an email address and password, and nothing more. No KYC. Also, store that Bitcoin securely in a cold storage wallet, preferably one that's open sourced. And the CoinKite.com link down below has a store where you can find that cold card wallet. All right, it is a highly reviewed Bitcoin only wallet. Check it out. Let's get into it. So something interesting enough I wanted to share really quick is that making the right decisions is very important. I bought some raw goat's milk yesterday in the farmer's market here locally, and it had a sticker, or it was a sticker label, and then on the label it had a Bible verse, 1 Corinthians 6:20, or yeah, I think so. Yeah, 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 20. I can't recite it off the top of my head, but it was an interesting verse. You should look it up, even if you're not religious. And it talks about how basically through the sins of us as humans, and us being forgiven for them, we've pretty much been, our lives have been purchased, because we owe something. We're indebted. We're indebted to God, and part of that comes with the responsibility to make proper decisions with your body, with your mind, and just with your decisions, right? Basically living through Him at this point. And so I liken that to it, and it can be taken in many ways. Pretty much everything it covers, but I think that comes with also choosing what you choose to store your life's energy in, right? Something that's pure, something that's without, something that's not somebody else's asset. Well, it's somebody else's asset, I guess you say, but not being somebody else's liability, right? And that's like fiat dollars. It's somebody else's liability. It's actually our liability when we earn it, because we got to pay it back, because it's not money that's it's not a commodity. It's not like gold or anything like that. So it has to be, those dollars are lent out. They're created out of thin air. You could even look at it with altcoins similarly. They are issued by central governing bodies, central authorities, a small group of planners. And this is well understood by them. This is well understood by everybody who understands how the structure of these, the tokenomics of many altcoins goes, even Gary Gensler understands this quite well. And so if they're able to issue out something that belongs to them, they can either issue it at will, or they did a pre-issue or pre-mine where they hold a sizable amount of it, and other associative groups such as VCs own a sizable amount because they were able to buy in before pre-market, basically, at a cheaper cost. So this is all forms of extracting the energy from would-be market participants as the value of those coins are dissipated once those coins are released into the public open market, because they were all pre-market, pre-mined, or bought for a lot less pre-market. And so, or they can simply just, the group of coders or whatever, they can just simply play with the algorithm and they can issue more of them and water down and steal the energy of those public participants. So as a Bitcoin, it's just a commodity, right? So we have a scarce supply, and not only that it's scarce, and I think that's what people get hung up on and they don't really care for, is the fact that the network that it belongs to, the decentralized network, is very secure and it's immutable. It's a mutable ledger. So the fact that it's secure, I could tell you many reasons why, but it's just we're just gonna go with that for the moment. And the security itself, it being a decentralized network, and what sits on top of it is our scarce hard commodities, is all the utility that I think humans have been looking for to escape from what I just described to you earlier, which is the fiat style robbery, grand theft, that's been stealing from our life forces and our monetary energy, our life energy and our monetary energy. And so, yeah, that's something to think about. So also, I wanted to jump onto the topic of XRP really quick. So since we're at it and we're talking about stealing of life force, we talk about XRP. They unlock every quarter. I don't know how many hundreds of millions, 100 million, maybe less. I don't know, maybe more, 100 million, I think, XRP from their escrow, which they are owners of maybe close to 60% of the supply, and they unlock and sell every quarter. The reason that they do this is from what they explained, is to raise money for operation costs. Now, businesses that usually raise money from operation costs, money is supposed to be taken from operation costs is the money that comes out of profiting. It's the money that comes out before profit, right? So operation costs comes from them actually providing a service or a good. So this will have to be them raising money from doing partnerships or whatever type of technology they do, and they just use it to. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a little confused about it, but as far as I'm concerned, it seems like the number one use case for the XRP token is to sell it to cover their operational costs for Ripple. So that's one thing. So that kind of blurs the line a little bit for me when it comes to its case of being a security or not. But again, I know a lot of people are going to get upset about that subject, but the SEC is still going after Ripple, and they're appealing it already. So we'll see what happens. They're working on an appeal. Also with XRP, or the Ripple case, we noticed that Ripple has been talking about, and I think they're actually working on creating a IPO for Ripple. So Ripple's creating IPO, so they're going to be issuing out security, a legal security, as a company, Ripple. So what does that mean for the XRP token? They say it's just some type of technology. I'll say this. I have nothing to say. How about that? I have nothing about to say about that. All right, you put it together, do the math on that. All right, so Ripple is coming out with a stock. The XRP token as well. We talked about how I think we talked about before how it was removed from a green list in the Department of Finance in New York. That green list is a list of investable assets that venture capitalists are able to go into. So that just only confirms what the SEC has regulated on, which is that institutional investment capital cannot is under SEC protection. So XRP will not be getting no flow of institutional money directly. Full stop. So this is why I say when I talked about that verse, I'm gonna try to keep it short. Sorry guys, 11 minutes. But when I talk about that verse, 1 Corinthians 6:20, whether you like it or not, you're in cryptocurrency. I think initially, it should be that, hey, you know what? You've devoted yourself to something greater than yourself, right? If you don't believe in God or not, whatever, and with that comes with great decisions. You want to lend your efforts and your thoughts to that. And so in order to do that, you have to be willing to do the investigation, to do the work, to understand these assets. And so that's all. I'm gonna leave it at there. Trying to get back in the house, man. Beautiful morning. Till next time, y'all.